In a quiet valley of California stood an old, abandoned house. From the outside, it looked like no one had lived there for years. But in reality, a cheetah lived inside. Yes, a real cheetah, once brought illegally as a pet. Its owner had died long ago, and now the animal lived alone, wrapped in silence and mystery. The cheetah, naturally a wild animal, had grown strange in solitude. It wasn't fully wild anymore, nor was it tame. It had become a shadow, restless, unpredictable, and deeply alert to every sound and movement in its eerie home. One day, a teenage boy named Jake came to the area with his friends for a camping trip. They were staying at a hotel nearby, but Jake was curious, adventurous, always seeking something extraordinary. Locals had spoken of a strange house in the woods where a wild animal supposedly lived. Jake thought it was just a story, but he wanted to see for himself. So one evening, he wandered off from his group and found the house. The door was slightly open. He stepped inside. The moment he entered, a strange scent greeted him. There were claw marks on the wooden floor. It looked real. Suddenly, he heard a sound, soft, almost like a breath. And when he turned around, a cheetah was watching him, still, alert, and calm. For a few moments, they stared at each other. Jake froze, expecting the animal to pounce. But the cheetah didn't move. Slowly, it stepped forward, then stopped. Jake, oddly unafraid, stood his ground. Over the next few days, Jake kept returning to the house without telling his friends. He brought food, stayed longer, observed the cheetah from a distance. The animal never attacked, never got too close, but it also didn't drive Jake away. Some kind of strange trust began to form. Sometimes, the cheetah would come closer, sniff the air around Jake, then lie down quietly nearby. Jake felt like he had formed a connection, like he had tamed the untamable. But deep down, he knew this wasn't safe. On the fifth day, Jake decided to do something he hadn't before. He reached out to touch the cheetah. Slowly, gently, he extended his hand. The animal moved forward and sniffed it. That moment felt like magic. But just seconds later, something shifted. Maybe Jake made a quick movement. Maybe the cheetah picked up the scent of fear or blood, but instinct took over. The wild side woke up. Without a sound, the cheetah leapt forward and attacked. Jake's friends began looking for him the next morning when he didn't return to the hotel. Eventually, they found the old house. Inside, they discovered his backpack, his camera, and blood on the floor. The cheetah was gone. Jake's story became a local legend in California. Wildlife experts explained that the cheetah's behavior wasn't unusual. A predator remains a predator. No matter how gentle they seem, their nature doesn't disappear. It only sleeps until it wakes. Jake's death was tragic, but it left behind a powerful message.